begin to settle into your breath. If you have blocks, you can use blocks to be supported underneath your knees. If you bring the soles of your feet together and let your knees splay out to the sides, or you can extend your legs out onto your mat. Perhaps have something underneath your head, a pillow, or a towel or a blanket, something just to support the neck and head. And we'll go till about 11:15 today because we got started late. I'm sorry for the confusion. Hopefully I'll get it squared away in the next couple of days. And I do plan to have class on Monday, even though it's Patriots Day. So if you're around and want to join, please do. So bring your awareness to your breath. And now begin to deepen your breath. Take a few long, slow, deep inhalations and a few long, slow, complete exhalations. With each inhalation, create a sense of openness and space in front of the body. And with each exhalation, allow the back body to descend and become heavy. Inhale, create space. Think about a nice broadening in the chest, lifting up, feeling buoyant. And then exhale, allow the back body to descend and be heavy. And take a few more deep breaths in and out. Bring the palms of your hands together and rub your palms together. And bring your palms to rest on your abdomen, just below your navel. And bring your awareness to your hands. And notice your hands. Feel their weight. Notice if your fingertips touch or not. Notice if your fingers are spread out or if they're close together. And then with your inhalation, draw the breath into the abdomen and let the belly float up to meet your palms. And then exhale, let the belly descend. Inhale, draw the breath into the abdomen and exhale. So continue to take a few more abdominal breaths. And now slide your hands to your rib cage and let your fingertips rest on the front ridge of your ribs. And let your hands encircle the rib cage. And with your inhalation, expand your ribs out to the sides of your waist, gently pressing into your palms. And then exhale, let the ribs contract in and your palms guide the ribs back into the center. Inhale, expand your ribs. And exhale. Take a few more breaths, breathing into the diaphragm. Remember, when we breathe diaphragmatically, as you inhale, the diaphragm moves away from the lungs and the heart. And as you exhale, it moves back into its natural position, bringing fresh oxygen into the heart and lungs. And then bring your left hand to rest at the center of your chest and let your right hand rest on top. And once again, bring your awareness to your hands. Feel their weight. Feel their temperature. And as we did with the abdomen, draw the breath into your chest. Spread your collarbones wide. And let the heart center lift up into your palms. And then exhale and release. Inhale, draw the breath in. And exhale. And then take a few more breaths, breathing into the center of your chest, breathing into the heart center, front and back. And now slide one hand back down to your abdomen. Bring the other hand to your rib cage. And as we practice the 3-part breath, begin by drawing your breath into the abdomen, from the abdomen into the rib cage, and from the rib cage into the chest. And then exhale in one breath, release and let go. Inhale, belly, ribs, and chest. Exhale, release, and let go. And take a few more breaths, 3-part breaths. And now if your legs are bent, you can extend your legs out onto your mat. Bring your arms down by your sides. And give yourself a moment to let your breath come back to its natural rhythm. And then with your inhalation, reach your arms up, take them all the way behind you. Stretch the arms away, press gently through your heels, and then release your arms down by your sides. Inhale, reach your arms up, take them all the way behind you, and then exhale, release the arms down by your sides. One more time, inhale, reach your arms up, this time press gently through the balls of your feet. And reach and stretch, do a little bit of a pelvic tilt. And then bring your arms straight up towards the ceiling. And open and close your hands. So spread your fingers wide and make a loose fist. And then tuck your thumbs underneath your fingers, make a loose fist, and make circles with your wrists. and pause and go the other way. And pause. And then take your palms flat up to the ceiling. And then point your fingers down towards the floor and wave your hands up and down. And then pause with your hands flat up to the ceiling. Point your right fingers down to the floor. And then bring the palm up to the ceiling. Point your left fingers to the floor. And then switch, and switch, and switch, and switch again. And then bring your palms together, interlace your fingers, and reach your knuckles up towards the ceiling. Relax your shoulders away from your ears, and then turn your palms up towards the ceiling. Stretch the arms up, keep your shoulders away from your ears, and then bend your elbows, bring the backs of your hands to your chest. Press your hands towards your feet. Bend your elbows in, and reach your arms up to the ceiling. With your exhale, take your arms behind you, press your palms away, press your heels away. Release the interlace of your fingers and wiggle them. And then bring your arms straight up to the ceiling with your palms facing one another. As you reach your fingertips up towards the ceiling, shrug your shoulders off your mat. And then exhale and release. Inhale, reach your fingertips up, shrug your shoulders up and off your mat. And then exhale, release. Inhale, reach your arms up, shrug your shoulders off the mat, place them down. Hold on to opposite elbows, and then take your arms behind you and let your arms rest either on the mat behind you, on your forehead, whichever feels best. And then take a moment just to let yourself enjoy the length in your body. Take a few deep breaths in and out. And then draw your folded arms up and let them hover just above your rib cage. And then make some circles with your arms. Pause and reach your arms up to the ceiling again. Refold your arms, bring your other forearm in front, lower your arms down towards your rib cage, and then make circles in the opposite direction. And pause. Reach your arms up to the ceiling, take them all the way behind you, do a complete full body stretch. Now bring your arms down by your sides. And if you're on a bolster or a pillow or anything of that nature, I want everybody to come down onto their backs, flat on the mat. And then bend your knees and bring your feet flat to the floor. Lift your hips up just a little bit. Slide the pelvic flesh down towards your heels. And then place your back down on the mat. Walk your hands down towards your feet. Press your feet into the floor. Press the lower back into the floor by doing a pelvic tilt. And then release. Press your feet. Press the lower back into the floor. And release. Press your feet. Press the lower back into the mat. And release. And then draw your knees into your chest. Keep a space between your knees. And rock your knees in and out. Keep hold of the tops of your knees and let your knees fall away from the body. With your exhale, draw them back in. Inhale, let them fall away. Exhale and bring them in. Inhale, let the knees fall away. Cross the left ankle over the right. Separate your knees and make slow circles around your low back and sacrum. And then pause and draw your thighs in towards your chest with your knees pointing towards the armpits. Rock in and out. And then keep the knees hugged in and rock from side to side. And then bring let your legs fall away from your body. Cross the right ankle over the left. Again, separate your knees. Make slow circles in the opposite direction. And then pause. Draw the thighs in. Draw your knees towards your armpits. Rock in and out. And then keep the knees hugged in and rock from side to side. And then hold on behind your knees and take your legs halfway up towards the ceiling. Point and flex your feet, which I forgot to do. It's a little bit sidetracked. We had a few folks join in late, so I had to let them in. And then make circles with your ankles. And pause and go the other way. And then bring your big toes together. And sweep the pinkies away and just sort of windshield wipe your feet. And stretch your legs up. And then bring them in close and rock your knees in and out. Stretch your legs up. Press your thighs into your hands, hands into your thighs, and then bend your knees in, rock in and out. And then keep your knees at your chest, rock from side to side. And now bring the soles of your feet together, hold on to your ankles, let your elbows rest on your inner thighs to help open up the groin. Bring your feet to the floor, walk your hands down towards your feet, press your feet into the floor, press your lower back into the floor by doing a pelvic tilt. And release. Press your feet, press the lower back into the floor. And release. And press your feet, press the lower back into the floor. And release. Extend your legs out onto your mat, reach your arms up, do a full body stretch. Do a pelvic tilt. With your exhale, draw your left thigh in close to your chest and rock it in and out. So I apologize for the confusion this morning. I know I didn't say it before, but I wanted to make sure that you have a belt close by. You can use the belt of a bathrobe if you don't have a yoga belt or strap. I'm using my mat sling as my belt. And then reach your leg up, hold on behind your thigh, and once again point and flex your foot. Make a circle with your ankle. And then go in the other direction. Draw your thigh to your chest and press your leg up. Draw your thigh in and press your leg up. And draw your thigh in, rock your thigh in and out. And then press your leg up, bring the arch of your left foot to your right knee, take your left hand out to a T, and use your right hand to take your knee over to the right. Keep your gaze at the ceiling and your shoulders on the mat. This is a nice opener for the back of your glute and your hip. And then come back up to the center, bend both knees, press your feet into the floor, and press the lower back into the floor. And release. And then extend both legs, extend your arms, reach and stretch. And then with your exhale, bring your right thigh in close to your chest and rock it in and out. And then extend your leg up, point and flex your foot. And make circles with your ankle. And then go the other way. Draw your thigh into your chest and press your leg up. Draw your thigh in and press the leg up. And draw your thigh in, rock it in and out a couple of times. Press the leg up. And now bend your right knee, bring the arch of your right foot above your left knee. Take your right hand out to a T and use your left hand to draw your knee over to the left. Again, keep your gaze at the ceiling and your shoulders on the mat. Come back to the middle, bend both knees, take your feet as wide as your mat. So we did this the other day, it kind of feels good. So when you do your pelvic tilt, you get to a little bit different spot in your back. So press your feet into the floor, press the back into the floor, more in the middle of your back, and release. Press your feet, press the back into the mat, and release. And then press your feet, press your back into the mat, and release. And then bring your feet to about hip distance apart, and take your belt, and take your left foot up into the belt. And extend the left leg up. So remember that you want to try and have straight arms and a straight leg. If your knee is bent, you can just slide your leg away to straighten the leg. And then draw your thigh to your chest and press your leg up. Take the belt into your left hand, bring your right hand to your right hip. With your exhalation, let the left leg go to the left and your right knee goes to the right. And then bring your leg back up to the center. Take the belt into your right hand, left hand out to a T. Cross your right knee behind the left thigh, and then take your left leg over to the right. Come back up to the middle. Bend your thigh into your chest. Reach your leg up. And then take your right foot into the belt and lower the left foot. Bend your thigh to your chest and then reach your leg up. Take the belt into your right hand. Left hand comes to your left hip. Remember to keep a little pressure on the left hip to keep the hip down on the mat. With your exhale, let the right leg go out to the right and the left knee to the left. You should feel a nice stretch in your inner thigh. And then come back up to the center. Take the belt into your left hand, right hand to a T. Take your left knee behind the right thigh, and then let your right leg come over to the left. Come back up to the center. Take both feet into your belt. Separate your feet about a distance apart, spread your toes, and press the edges of your feet into the edges of your belt. And then relax the feet, take your legs wide. You don't have to worry about taking out your neighbor unless you're there doing your class with your spouse or your partner. And then rock from side to side. Bring the feet together, bring your feet to the floor. You can set your belt aside for now. Press your feet into the floor, press the lower back into the floor. And release, press your feet, press the lower back into the floor. And release. Take your legs long, take your arms up overhead. Walk your legs to the right side of your mat. Walk your arms slightly over to the right as well. Hold on to your left arm or left wrist with your right hand and reach and stretch your arm behind you. Press through your left heel for a stretch on the left side of your body. And then come back through the center, walk your legs over to the left side of your mat, walk your arms over slightly, reach your right arm behind you, reach through your right heel, and feel a nice stretch on the right side of the body. Come back to the middle, bend your knees, and then bring your arms down by your sides. Take your left ankle over the right knee. Use your left hand to roll open your left hip and bring your knees into your chest. Rock them in and out. So you can always hold on behind your thigh if you like, but I usually grab onto my knees. And then lower your right foot to the floor, cross the left leg all the way over. Take your left hand out to a T. Use your right hand to take your knees over to the right. And you can keep your gaze at the ceiling or look out over your left shoulder, whichever is the most comfortable for your neck. Come back up to the center, uncross your knees, and then take your right ankle over the left knee. Use your right hand to roll open your right hip and draw your knees into your chest. Rock them in and out. And lower the left foot to the floor. Cross the right leg all the way over. Take your right hand out to a T. Use your left hand to take your knees over to the left. And again, your gaze can be straight up at the ceiling or out over your right shoulder, whichever feels best. And then come back up to the center. Take your feet as wide as your mat and rock your knees from side to side. Take your knees all the way over to the left for a stretch in your right hip flexor. Come back up to the center and take your knees over to the right for the same stretch on the other side. Come back up to the middle, extend your legs, extend your arms. Bring your feet together, bring your arms as close to your ears as you can, and reach and stretch and do a pelvic tilt. And then bring your arms down by your sides, bend your knees, roll over to one side, and come on up to a seated position. And take your legs out in front of you. Bring your hands to the sides of your hips. Press gently through the balls of your feet. Lift your kneecaps up to engage your quads. Roll your shoulders back and down. And then as you hinge forward, hinge from the roots of your thighs and bring your hands to your shins. Press into your legs, lift up your chest. Draw your back ribs forward. And then walk yourself back up. Slide your heels and tap the backs of your legs. And come back again to Dandasana. Press through the balls of your feet. Draw the kneecaps up. Draw your navel in. Lift your sternum. Hinge forward from the root of your thighs. Lead with your heart. Bring your hands to your shins. And then walk yourself up. Cross your legs. A little off today, a little out of order. That's all right, I'm just trying to slip you up a little bit. Change it up a bit. Bring your hands to your knees. Close your eyes. Let your sitting bones descend. Draw your navel in and lift the crown of your head. With your exhale, lower your chin to your chest. And with each exhalation, allow the chin to feel as if it's coming closer and closer to your chest. Keep your chin tucked in and roll your left ear to your left shoulder. And reach your right arm away. You can wiggle the fingers a little to increase the stretch. And then bring your hand back, bring your chin to your chest, roll the right ear to the right shoulder, and reach your left arm away. And then come back to bring your chin to your chest, and then bring your chin parallel. Turn your head to the right, and back to the middle, and turn your head left. Come back to the middle, turn your head right. Back to the middle and turn left. Come back to the center, take your arms to your sides and inhale, reach your arms up. Turn your palms, exhale and release. Inhale, reach your arms up. Turn your palms, exhale. Inhale, reach your arms up. Turn your palms, exhale and release. Roll your shoulders. And inhale your shoulders up. Exhale with a ha. Inhale up. Exhale ha. Inhale up. Exhale ha. Inhale up with your left arm. Walk out to the right. And stretch from the end of your fingertips all the way down to the left sitting bone. And then inhale, come up. Reach up with your right arm. Walk out to the left. Again, reach from your fingertips all the way down to your sitting bone. And then inhale and come up. Reach across your body with the left arm. And come back and reach across with your right arm. And come back. And then reach across and down. And back and across and down again. And come back. And then take your left hand to your right knee. Take your right hand behind you. Press into the floor to lengthen your body. Keep your chin parallel to the floor. Draw your navel in. Soften your lower back. Relax your shoulders, especially this left shoulder. And as you exhale, twist ribs, chest, and shoulders. Come back to the middle. Bring your right hand to your left knee and your left hand behind you. Draw the navel in. Soften your lower back. Relax your shoulders. And then as you exhale, twist ribs, chest, and shoulders. Come back to the middle. Bring your hands to your knees. Round your back and lift your chest, round your back. Lift your chest and round your back and lift your chest. And then take your legs out, bend your knees. And take your belt. You can have, like I said before, it could be the belt, it could be a regular belt that you use around your waist. It could be the belt of a bathrobe. Or a tie, if you have a men's tie around the house. You can even use a towel, a long towel, and wrap and use that. So we're just going to stretch the legs a little more. I'm going to come off of my little towel there. A funny story about that pink towel. This pink towel is almost, you're not going to believe this, almost 50 years old. My parents gave me this as part of my high school graduation gift. So it's actually only 49 years. I don't want to make myself feel older than I already am. But this towel is actually 49 years old. But I only use it 2 or 3 times a year. So that's why I still have it. And it's not all frayed and falling apart. So I thought about that last night and I thought, holy cow, that's crazy. So anyway, take your belt and bring it around the bottom of your left foot. Bring your arms in between your legs. Hold on close down to your foot. I think you can see this. I'll just turn for a sec so you can see it a little bit better. And then we've done this before, so it's not brand new. Hold on down towards your foot. Lift your chest. And then take your leg parallel to the floor. And then if you can go all the way up, go all the way up. Stretch the back of the leg. And then come down and take the belt around the bottom of your right foot. Lift your chest, engage your belly, and then take your right leg parallel to the floor, the shin, and then extend the right leg up. And then come back down. So let's do it one more time on the left foot. Engage your belly, bring the shin parallel to the floor, take the leg all the way up and lower. And do the same on the other side. Hold on to your belt, lift your chest, engage the core, take your leg halfway up and then all the way up. And then come down. So I am going to turn sideways, and I'm going to ask that you all turn sideways too, because we know what happens when we lose ourselves here. We oftentimes roll backwards. Just make sure that there's nothing behind you that you can hit your head on. Bring both feet into the belt. Hold on close to your belt. Lift your chest up, and then lift your feet and bring your shins parallel to the floor. Good. Now you can stay right here if you like, or extend your legs. And then bring your feet back down to the floor. Release your belt, hinge forward. And then come back up, and we'll do it one more time. So take your belt, bring it around the bottoms of your feet. And when you're ready, find the balancing spot between your sitting bones. Roll your shoulders back and down. Lift your chest. And then bring your shins parallel to the floor. And then extend the legs. Keep your chest lifted. Good. And then come back down. You can set your belt aside. Hinge forward. And then slowly come up, and let's come on to all fours. So remember how I showed you to find your shoulder width apart by bringing your hands towards one another, let your middle fingers touch, and then just sweep the palms around, keep the base of the palms on the mat, and then bring your knees underneath your hips. I have to tell you that I love this video because when I keep looking at the screen, I know that you can see me, but I can't see you. I can see where I need to make my poses better. So I've used this a few times, and I really find it kind of interesting. So with that, press your hands into the mat, draw your navel up and in, and round your back. And then inhale. Lift your chest. It's actually better than using a mirror. Round your back. And lift your chest. And one more time, round your back. And lift your chest. Take your right leg out behind you. Rock your toes back and forth. Stretch out the bottom of your foot. Work the plantar tendon. And then press your heel towards the mat, towards the wall behind you to stretch your calf, the Achilles tendon, the plantar tendon. Lift your right leg up, cross it over the left, all 5 toes on the floor. Press into the floor, and then turn towards your left. Come back to the center. Take your left toes out behind you, rock your toes back and forth. Press your heel to the wall behind you. Lift your left leg up, cross it over the right, all 5 toes on the floor. Lift your thigh up, and then look out over your right shoulder. Come back to center. Bring your big toes together, separate your knees, press your hips back, and come into extended child's pose. Take your arms down by the sides of your feet. And on an inhale, come up to stand on your knees, reach your arms up. And then exhale, fold forward. Inhale, reach up, stand up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift up. Bring your hands to your hips. I'm going to just turn to face you. Bring your hands to your hips. Reach up with your right arm. And exhale to your left. Come back up to the center. Reach up with your left arm. Reach to the right. Come back to center. So everybody, come to stand on your knees. And bring your hands to your hips, or you can bring your hands to the floor, but take your right leg out to the side. And then come back up to stand on your knee, your left knee. Reach up with your left arm, bring your right hand onto your right shin, and exhale over to the right. Now lower the left arm down onto the floor, reach up with your right arm. Inhale, lift up and reach. Exhale and lower. Inhale, lift up. Reach and stretch. Exhale and lower. From here, lift your right leg up. Remember, the left leg acts like a kickstand. Now, if you feel like it, bend your right knee, reach around for your ankle with your right hand, into your right hand. Press your foot into your thigh, thigh into your foot, and then spiral your chest up towards the ceiling. Release your leg. Release it down to the floor. Inhale, come back up. Bring your hands to your hips, or again, you can bring them to the floor if it's a little bit more steady. And then bring your right leg in and take your left leg out. Reach up with your right arm. Bring your left hand to your left leg. Reach up and stretch, and then reach to your left. Inhale up, lower the right arm down, reach up with your left. Anybody with a bad shoulder, with a sore shoulder, just keep your hand at your hip. And then inhale, lift up, reach up and stretch. Exhale and lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale and lower. Lift up the left leg. Stay here or bend the knee, reach around for your ankle. Press your foot into your hand, spiral your chest towards the ceiling. And then release your leg, lower it down. Bring the top hand down to the floor. Spin yourself so that you face the short end of your mat. Curl your toes, and then press back to downward facing dog. Come up onto your toes and lower one heel and the other, pedaling your legs. Come up onto both toes and lower your heels gently down towards the mat. Glide forward to plank, bring your shoulders over your wrists. Keep your hips parallel to the floor. Press your heels towards the wall behind you. Press back for downward dog. Look forward to your hands. Walk your feet forward or step them forward for forward fold. Use your blocks if your hands don't touch the floor. Bend and straighten your knees. And then straighten all the way. Bend, put a slight bend in your knees. Inhale, reach your arms all the way up. Bring your hands to your heart. Pause in Tadasana. Press your feet into the floor. Lift your kneecaps up. Descend the buttock flesh. Lift the pubic bone, lift your sternum. Reach your hands down towards the floor. Bring your chin parallel to the floor and lift the crown of your head. Tadasana. Inhale, reach your arms up. Sweep your arms down and around. Bring them out in front of you or to your heart center. And then sit back for chair. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, chair. Inhale, lift. Exhale, chair. Inhale, reach. Exhale, chair. One more time. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, chair. Fold forward. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, sweep to chair. Come forward. Inhale, reach up. Sweep your arms around for chair. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, up. Sweep your arms around for chair. Come forward. Inhale your arms up. Bring your hands to your heart. Step your feet together. So we're going to do twisting chair. So one thing you want to make sure once we come into chair, I'm not sure you can see this well with these pants that I have on, but when you twist, you want to make sure that your knees stay in alignment with one another, because oftentimes we'll draw the one hip back so that we feel like we get a little bit more twist, but then your knees jut away from one another. So we want to try and keep the hips together and the knees together. So bring your hands to your heart. Bend your knees, sit back to chair. With your exhale, so we're going to take a nice deep breath in. And with your exhale, bring your right elbow over your left knee and twist. Fold forward. Bend your knees, bring your hands to your heart, take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, twist, come into twisting chair. Or then now come forward. Bend your knees, inhale, reach your arms up, bring your hands to your heart. Pause in Tadasana. Bring your hands to your hips. Press down into your left big toe mound. Find a focal point and fix your gaze. Now, if you have a chair close by, or the back of a chair, or back of a sofa, or a wall, you can use the wall if you like. We're going to go into tree pose. So you can remember, you can have your foot at your ankle, your shin, or if you can go all the way up, woo, you can take your knee all the way up if you like. Bring your hands to the center of your chest, and then reach your arms up. Lower your arms, lower your leg. Bring your feet together and your hands to your hips. Find a focal point. Fix your gaze. Press into the big toe mound on your right foot and firm that right leg. Bend your knee. Bring your foot either to your ankle or to your shin. Or if you feel like you're ready today, you can bring your foot all the way up into your thigh. Wherever your foot is, press the foot into your standing leg. Then bring your hands to your heart. Ooh, wobbly. And then bring your arms up. Oh, and then lower your arms, lower your leg. Give everything a little bit of a bounce. Okay. And then let's come to the top of your mat. Reach your arms up. Turn your palms, exhale and fold forward. Step your right foot back and lower your right knee. Flatten your foot. Inhale, come up for Crescent Lunge. Bring your hands down to your front foot, curl the toes on your back foot, and then step up and step forward. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Step back with your left foot and bring your left knee down onto the mat. And then inhale, reach up for Crescent Lunge. Bring your hands down to your front foot. Step your right foot back. Come back into all fours. Bring your big toes together. Separate your knees. Press your hips back for extended child's pose. And then slowly walk yourself up. You can sit on your heels or you can be up on your knees. So we're just going to be here for a second. Reach up with your right arm and reach to your left. And come back up and then do the same for the other side. And then come back. And then I have a quick meditation for us. It's called Meditation for a Calm Heart. And I picked this meditation because it is a meditation that benefits both the heart and the lungs. Two organs which are can be severely impacted by COVID-19. So I thought that this would be a good one for us. It's very short, it's only a few minutes. So just come and sit comfortably. And to prepare for this, just take a couple of deep breaths in and out. And then take your left hand and bring it to the center of your chest, with your fingers pointing to the right and parallel to the floor. And then we're going to take our right hand to the Guiana Mudra. Remember, you bring your index finger and your thumb together. And then we're just going to bring the hand up like you're taking a pledge or saying an oath. And then just bring your hand and let your elbow relax and close your eyes. Now inhale slowly and deeply through both your nostrils. And when you reach the top of your breath, pause. Raise your chest. Retain the breath as long as you can, and then exhale slowly, smoothly, and then completely. When you reach the bottom of your breath, when you're totally empty, pause for a moment. Block the breath out, and then inhale. Lift the heart, lift the chest. Pause. And exhale when you're ready. Again, pause at the bottom of the breath. So focus on the flow of your breath and try to regulate each breath, almost so that you match your inhale with the exhale. So just continue to breathe. end this meditation, inhale and exhale 3 times, deeply, strongly. And then you can release your hands down to your knees and prepare yourself for Shavasana. And as you do that, I'll just read you a little bit about this particular meditation that we just did. So the home of subtle force of prana, prana is the life force, is in the lungs and the heart. The left palm is placed at the natural home of prana and creates deep stillness at that point. The right hand brings you to action and analysis and is placed in a receptive, relaxed mudra in the position of peace. Emotionally, this meditation adds clear perception to your relationships with yourself and others. If you're upset at work or in a personal relationship, you can sit in this meditation for 3 to 15 minutes before deciding how to act. Then act with your full heart. Physically, the meditation strengthens the lungs and the heart. So, how things happen at work and something might upset you and you always say, count to 10 before you say anything or before you do anything. This has the same effect as that. So, I hope you liked it. So as you rest on your back, bring your breath back to its natural rhythm, to its natural cadence. And relax your legs. Feel your ankles, your calves, your knees and your thighs all become heavy. Let them melt into your mat. Relax your hips. And let your hips be heavy. Relax your belly and your chest. And let them be heavy. Relax your shoulders and your arms. And release the skin on your neck. Relax your face. Relax your scalp. Feel a wave of relaxation beginning at the top of your head, coming up and out and showering down over you. A feeling of warmth and safety and relaxation. And remember, as you move through your day today, if anything should get you or set you off or upset you, come back to this moment. Come back to this time. And remember the calm relaxation that you feel right now. And now you can begin to wiggle your toes, your fingers as you bring yourself back. Stretch your body. And then slowly draw your knees in towards your chest and roll onto your right side. Pause there for a moment. Take a long, slow, deep breath in. And a long, slow, complete breath out. And then gently press yourself up to come and sit in Sukhasana. And bring your hands to the center of your chest and lower your head, reminding us to surrender the busy thinking mind to the wisdom and intuition that resides in the heart. May the long-time sun shine upon you, all love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way on. Namaste.